So here we are in Australia. The adventure continues, okay? We came out to Broken Bay just outside of Gephart and we're just having a blast. Last couple days we've been up on the Gold Coast surfing 3-story tall waves, some of the wonders from the cyclone coming in. It's been an absolutely killer trip so far. We're here with Luke Rutts today and he's putting us on all the great fish. So far a couple flathead, we're looking for some larger kings. We'll see what we get into. Let's get into the action.
Oh mate, huge, massive.
Yeah.
Don't love the overcast, Hayden, for flathead. I started off as a commercial fisherman. I started off as a deckhand when I was 18 and moved on as a captain. Got my tickets when I was 25. Ran boats for a few different companies around the country. I fished in the Gulf of Carpentaria, south coast of Australia, east coast, as far up as Cairns, outside the Barrier Reef. My main thing was tuna longline, commercial fishing, and then I got out of that a few years ago. I got a job with a company running a navigation training vessel for the Navy. So I miss fishing a fair bit because it's just a different world and it's not as nice. But when we had our first kid, I just had to get out of fishing. I couldn't be away, 35 weeks a year, never being home. And I'm still away a lot now, but I go home every weekend, get to go home and grill. When we had our first kid, when we had sea bass, my wife, she's like, Luke, you can't escape every weekend, travel around the country, fishing and taking photos. So I needed a new hobby, and I saw these egg things around, and I've always been a keen cook, like a home cook. And I went to Barbecues Galore, and I've got to find these eggs. I really want a charcoal egg grill. And I ran into this Kamado Joe, and it's turned into an obsession for me. I grill on the thing every night I'm home. We fish this little edge along here a lot, but it's really deep. The current rips through. It's not uncovered. We've seen bull sharks come through here chasing mullet. It's a pretty epic little part of the river. It's full of life. But we bring the tourists out here, show them what's up around the oyster leases in the deep.
Oysters, bull sharks.
Actually, get shallow there. Hayden, just give her a bit of reverse, mate. Just hit her reverse. Get him back in the boat.
Bull shark!
Oh. Man, you got my rod wet. No, that's it.
Luke,
are you okay, mate?
Thank you for taking me out fishing, bud.
That might have been my bad. Nice driving, mate.
Thank you. You never know what's going to happen on KJ Adventure. Let's head back. Let's cook these babies up. Good one.
Epic.
Maybe get a towel. This is one of Chef Luke's favorite markets. We're gonna go, we got what? 1 flatty?
2 brims.
2 brims. So let's go check it out, see what they've got, and try to brainstorm some ideas for these babies.
This plate's got everything.
Eggs. So if you haven't caught this or not, brim is not the sport fish these guys led on to be. It's kind of a opposite of the competition here, but we're gonna make it absolutely delicious on the Kamado Joe. Yuzu, check this out. This is one of my favorite ingredients. It's Japanese citrus, really, really tangy. It's one of those tangs that hits you in the back corners of your tongue that makes you smile and you don't even know why you're smiling. It's right back there and you're like, woo! So maybe we get a little bit of this. This is one of my favorite things as well, togarashi, okay? Really, really, really cool. This has got hemp seed in it. There's all kinds of great spices, chili peppers. It's got a great kind of mouthfeel to it. I think there's even a little bit of Szechuan sometimes in there, which gives you that numbing effect, which allows you to taste the spice of hotter things. So we'll get a little bit of this in there. Chef, I saw some wasabi peas too.
Get them.
Are we gonna get 2 loins off that flathead?
I think we should cook it whole. I reckon we should spread it out, pull some bones out, get it whole on there, leave the skin on, bit of oil on the skin, get it crisp over the flames. I've done it before, it's good.
I'm excited. I'm excited. What kind of sauce you want to roll with that, Chef?
Let's do your gochujang sauce, eh?
All right.
Chef Eric's gochujang.
Okay, okay. What we'll need is miso, which is a fermented soybean. So we're going to use this in our homemade gochujang. Let's see if we can find some keycap manis. So we got a good start here. I think we're gonna do a citrus brim with the yuzu sauce, and we're gonna do the gochujang flathead, which sounds really good.
It's gonna be good.
We're sitting a little shy on vegetables right now, so we're gonna hit one more shop, get some produce, and then head back to the house.
Let's do it.
Here we go. I like this little cart. When I start getting lost in a grocery store, it's like time traveling. I could be in here for 5 minutes, or it'll feel like 5 minutes. It's actually been like 2 hours, especially with fresh ingredients. We got it?
Maple syrup.
Perfect.
We're on.
Here we go. So we're gonna roll this grill, stabilize the Camajo Classic 2 at 450 degrees. This is a beautiful temperature. It's in between that low and slow and that fast and furious, and perfect to roast these fish. To speed up and make for more even cooking, we're gonna go ahead and slice at a bias, 5 times on each side. That's also gonna allow us to impart some citrus flavor. We're gonna use an old French technique of suprême here, where we cut off the top and bottom of a citrus. Today we've chosen lemon, lime, and orange. We're gonna cut in between each pith line, which gives us nothing but the flesh. That, as they say, is what's up. Next, we're gonna stuff this into each slit. It's gonna impart the flavor as it roasts. Knock in a little bit of salt, and we're on. We've got 1 extra lime here, so we're gonna go ahead and cut that in half, stuff it in the cavity, and put these on the grill grate directly above the 450 degree fire. Shut the lid here and let this roast for about 7 minutes. While we're letting it roast, let's go ahead and make our wonderful yuzu vinaigrette. This stuff is bright, tangy, citrus, boom, all in your face, absolutely love it. Start with yuzu. Get this at your local Asian store, just like we did today. Now that we got our yuzu in there, let's knock in a little bit of sugar. Today we're using sugar in the raw. I've always used refined white sugar. I honestly think this sugar in the raw works out a lot better. Incorporate fully and begin to drizzle in your oil. You want to roughly use about a 3-to-1 ratio between the yuzu and the oil. All right, let's set that aside. Now it's time to prep our vegetables. We got this beautiful Camajo soapstone rocking at 450 degrees. The heat signature on this thing, it collects energy so efficiently, it's actually going to be hotter than our dome temperature is reading. So if we're reading that 450 Fahrenheit, our soapstone's actually gonna be sitting at about 550. Perfect for sauteing thin vegetables. First, we're gonna start out with our bok choy. Knock in a little bit of red bell pepper. Get some of those carrots and bean sprouts in there. Maybe rip up some mushrooms. Now to get some liquid to more evenly transfer the heat, we're gonna go with a little bit of soy sauce, sambal, and let it go. So our vegetables are looking fantastic. I want to finish these fish. They're almost done, not quite there. We're looking for an internal temperature of about 145 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember, those bones are just letting out, it's almost making internal fumet, right? A fish stock inside the fish. They're sweating out moisture, they're imparting flavor. Big, bold, amazing flavors going on here. Let's go ahead and lay these right on top of these vegetables. We're gonna finish with a steam. The way we had them set up as if they were swimming on the grill, we're not looking for a crispy skin here, so it's okay to attack that with the moisture that's gonna come off with the vegetables. It's gonna make for a more succulent bite. What's gonna give us our textural contrast in the end is those cashews, and that's really why we add them. It's a great bit of crunch that really elevates the entire dish. All right, let's go ahead and get these fish a little bit over on the side, sneak our vegetables onto this beautiful Skipper Rutts plate, just like that. Now we're gonna use the fish to kind of sandwich the vegetables to give everything a little plate architecture. Little positive pressure here goes a long way. Magic. Looks good, looks good. I think we can just use a little bit more roasted flavor. That's where the keycap mayonnaise comes in, drizzle. Bup, 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 bup. And a little bit of greenery and brightness in the cilantro. Cilantro right on top. Folks, that's a wrap. I want to introduce you to just a wonderful soapstone saute grilled sea brim special. Absolutely wonderful.
Welcome aboard, everyone. You're in Skipper Rutts' barbecue area. We're going to fire up the Kamado Joe Classic 2 today. We're going to get that charcoal nice and hot. We're not going to use too much. We want to get all the embers lit. We don't want to see any black. We want clean smoke. We're going to start out with all these vents open. We're going to get up to temp. Once we're up to temp, we're going to slow it down. We don't want this thing shooting through too much. We don't want to burn anything. We want a nice crisp finish. Today we're going to scale, gut and gill Eric's fish. We might find a little bit of roe in there if we like. We're going to mix that in our sauce, and we're just going to slice the sides nice and just score them about 1 millimetre thick, not too deep. You don't want that opening up too much. You just want to let a bit of flavour in there from the rub. We're going to season this baby. We've got some sumac, we've got some thyme, we've got some oregano, we've got some salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic, some chili flakes for a little bit of spice. Our grill's kicking along, 200 Celsius, that's 400 Fahrenheit. Pro tip, agitate your coals, get them moving around in that firebox, fire that baby up, your temperature will come up quicker, you'll get a cleaner burn. We'll slide this baby on the grill. We're aiming for 145 degrees. We don't want to cook it too much. We just want it moist, not undercooked, not overcooked. This guy's been going for about 7 minutes. Now we're going to flip her over and get that other side charred up. Chef Eric has shared his gochujang sauce recipe with me. It's epic. I love it on flathead. I'm stoked. We're going to put garlic, miso, tamari, sambal, water and roe, and it's going to add a whole new depth to this flathead recipe. Looks like our fish is ready. We're going to use our spatula, carefully get it off the grill, throw it on a plate and sauce her up. All right, Chef Eric, let's taste your flatty.
I'm so excited.
This is good.
Okay.
It looks good.
It's just so flaky. Look how that just pulls right off. Cooked to perfection.
Oh, stop it. That gochujang sauce, man. Wow.
One of the things I love about cooking fish with all the bones in them is they're just continuing to exude more moisture content and flavor. I mean, that is just absolutely incredible, Chef.
That's banging. Hot and fast. Crispy skin. Gochujang sauce.
Unbelievable. So
A bit of salad.
Total cook time on that was probably, what, like 15 minutes max?
15 minutes max, yeah.
Yeah.
5 minutes each side, that's done. Keep an eye on it. You don't want to dry it out. 5 minutes each side.
So folks,
man.
Skipper Rutts, Kamado Joe Pro Team member, thanks for the big day on the water and an even bigger day on your back porch with the grill.
Mate.
Your hospitality is unparalleled. How can we follow you on social media?
It's an absolute pleasure. Skipper Rutts Barbecue. You'll see me, I'll be there.
Check them out. See you later, team. Folks, I can't thank you enough for hanging out with us today on this adventure. Big thanks to Skipper Rutts. Remember, you can follow him on his social media channels. Check him out on Instagram and Facebook. He's doing really cool stuff here in Australia, inspiring a lot of people. It's this unbelievable culture over here and all across the globe that I'm running into that keeps me inspired and keeps me going. I hope we can catch up with you on our next adventure in your town.